Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Today I want to talk about preparing for a tournament, and in fact the night before the tournament, because it's the night before my club championship. So I just want to talk about what I'm doing tonight leading up to this championship and what I'm going to do to prepare for this shoot tomorrow. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is diet. So I've cut sugars almost completely out and cut carbs out. And what impact that's had on my body, well, I've dropped weight to start with. I feel healthier. I've got no sort of pains. I don't have the sugar highs and sugar lows that I used to have. I used to have shakes when I used to shoot, and when I used to shoot just at work, I used to have shakes. It was like withdrawal. I used to think I was turning diabetic. All that's gone. So in fact, I can eat basically for the whole day and not have any spikes in sugar levels and not have these highs and lows. So basically I've cut that out. So tonight I ate at about 4:30, and that was just steak and salad. Pretty simple. I had a couple of eggs. And I've been out here shooting, and it's dark and it's cold, so I'm sort of rugged up with a beanie on, a thick jumper. It's going to be cold tomorrow at the shoot, so I'm thinking like thermals, shooting with thermals on. I'm trying to keep warm while I'm shooting. I don't want bulky stuff so it can hit my arms, because that's going to affect the arrow. So I want to just talk about what I'm going to do, what I'm doing now. So I'm out here and I'm shooting. You're saying, why are you shooting the night before the tournament? You should have prepared miles before for the tournament. Absolutely, I should have been shooting 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day leading up to this tournament, getting my body in shape. But I haven't been able to do that for various reasons, personal reasons. And so tonight I'm out here shooting. I have shot a bit before the tournament, but nowhere near where I need to be. So before I do that, let's just talk a bit about the club championship. So it's a big club in Adelaide. You get your name up on the board. The first year I shot it, I got beaten by a very good shot in the club. He beat me by about 3 points, which I didn't realise, but I've won the 2 last years in a row, so that's good. And I'd like to win for a third. So basically what I'm out here doing is just shooting, just getting the whole rhythm, feeling confident with the shot. So what I've done is I've actually dropped the weights off my stabilizers. So I haven't been shooting much in the last 3 weeks. I have shot, but I haven't been shooting enough, and I found with the extra weights, I've taken 8 ounces off the stabilizers, because what I found leading up to this was the extra weights, I was getting fatigued with some of the shots, and some of the shots I was actually shaking. So I've dropped the weights off, and that's got rid of the fatigue, so I'm not getting any fatigue at all, and I'm shooting a whole quiver full of arrows every time, so I'm not getting any fatigue at all with the physical weight of the bow. So that's gone now. I'm finding I'm not as steady with the shot as with the 8 ounces of weight. So it has had an impact, but I'm not getting the fatigue, so I'm fairly comfortable leading up to this. Now, it's meant to be a little bit windy tomorrow, and I did think about shooting a shorter stabilizer with more weight on it, but I'm not going to do that because it's too much change in a short period. So I'm just going out there with what I'm doing. Now, the first thing is tonight when I'm shooting, I don't want to get to a stage where my muscles are fatigued and sore for tomorrow. So I'm just out here shooting a few ends, and we're going to shoot a few ends now. But I'm not going to hurt my body. I'm just out here just building confidence, feeling confident with the shot for tomorrow. So I'm just out here shooting 10s, hopefully shooting 10s, feeling good for tomorrow. That's all I want. Feel good with the shot, make sure the arrow's good, make sure the bow's good, make sure I'm just feeling good about the shot. Don't want any soreness in the shoulder, don't want any soreness in this arm, so I'm not shooting hundreds of arrows. I've been shooting for probably about an hour and a half so far. Now, after I finish this video and finish the shooting, I'm going to go inside, and I normally do weights every morning and night. Now, I'm not going to do, if I am going to do any chest or back exercises, it'll be minimal, and I don't want to create any pain in my shoulders or back for tomorrow. So I'm going to do squats, leg work, and I'm going to do treadmill, so cardio work, so I feel tired. Now, my aim for tonight is to go to bed early, so when I wake up tomorrow, hopefully wake up nice and early, feel bright and brisk for tomorrow. So sleep is so important. So the thing is, tonight, cardio, legs is a big muscle group, so I'm trying to basically get tired through cardio and through legs, still burning calories, still building muscles, but not having enough pain for tomorrow that I feel any pain at all. I just want to wake up feeling good tomorrow. Now tomorrow for breakfast there'll be no carbs because I don't want the sugar highs and lows for tomorrow. Pack up my stuff so it's all ready to go. So I don't want to be thinking about stuff. Come tournament tomorrow, I don't want to be thinking, did I place that order? Did I order the guy's warranty part for his bow? Did I order this other part? Did I supply that supplier? What suppliers have I got coming in? Which suppliers did I not pay for today? What have I got coming through customs today? I don't want to think about any of that stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow is just about shooting arrows, focused on one arrow at a time, just focus on putting that down. After the shoot is finished tomorrow, then I can worry about everything else. So at the moment, it's just worry about the tournament, worry about my body, just worry about getting my mind in the right sort of headspace. I don't want to be thinking about the girlfriend. I don't want to be thinking about my son. I don't want to be thinking about anything that's going on tomorrow. All I want to think about is shooting arrows. So everything else gets cut out. So when I was in Vegas, I actually turned my phone off. I was like, I don't want to hear any messages. I don't want to hear, I'm having this problem, Stephen. I'm having that problem, Stephen. I don't want to hear anything. I just want to blank it all out. And sometimes I would say, look, I'm going silent for 6 hours while this shoot's on, and I don't want to talk. Now, some people are okay. They don't get in your head. They don't cause problems. So I'm okay talking to those people. But if it's a person who's a high drama, if it's a person who basically is going, well, I'm going to dump your ass during the tournament, you just want to cut that. You don't want to have any communication with that person during the tournament. They can drop your ass after the tournament or whatever. The day after the tournament, I don't care. You don't want them dropping your ass during the tournament. So now I don't have that problem, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully it's all good. So at the moment it's just shoot some arrows, feel confident with the shot, and because I've reduced my stabilizer weight, just feel comfortable that I've made the right decision. Now after this tournament's over, the weights go back on these stabilizers, because I clearly shot better with the weights on there. It's just the fatigue bit I didn't feel that comfortable with. Now I'm shooting in like a tin shed. It's like this is the pull shed. I have a little tablet set up there in the background, which I have just some YouTubes I play, whatever I'm interested in at the moment. I'm currently interested in nutrition and looking after your body, so I'll have something playing about that, about different people's diets, just so while I'm shooting I'm not getting bored. This is like a shake, water, and there's some powdered stuff in there which I have, and you're probably going to ask, what powder stuff are you using? I've got this alkaline stuff, greens. It's a green powder stuff. It's meant to be like broccoli and stuff. Some amino acids, and there's a testosterone thing there which is meant to be good for your muscles. One of the trainers suggested it. And it's just, I put in a teaspoon of each and shake it up. It tastes good. With water. Basically I put about a dessert spoon of juice in there as well, because one of these videos I've been watching said if you put a little bit of juice, like a tablespoon of juice in your diet a day, it stimulates something in your body. I was like, okay, I'll try it. I'll try anything. Let's see if it has a positive impact or not. But it's not too much juice. Everyone's always said not too much juice, just a little bit, and like a tablespoon. I put a tablespoon of juice in there, and it's the first time I've done it. Because juice is high in sugar. So like, it's up to you what you do. I'm just saying what I do, and I just watch stuff, I listen to stuff. So we're going to shoot a few arrows. Yeah, I just want to feel confident. So I've set up all my arrows. All my arrows are now marked. So I put initials on all my arrows. You can see it kind of just fades out. So these arrows are all set up. And part of the reason why I'm shooting these is just to feel confident in them. I only made them yesterday. So it's just to feel confident and make sure the veins aren't going to come off. And yeah, just feel confident. Make sure the shot's coming off the way I want it to come off. Now, with the reduced weight, I can clearly see that my arm moves more. Now, it's also going to move more because I haven't been shooting as much. I find a huge difference in how steady I hold based on how much I shoot. I've got dog hair. So I get asked questions, do you feel nervous before a tournament? Do you feel whatever before a tournament? I go, no, I don't. I don't feel nervous. It doesn't really matter. If I go there tomorrow and let's say I don't shoot very well, let's say I miss the target, let's say my bow breaks, PSC's going to hate me for saying that. I haven't had a bow break, but let's just say the worst case scenario, I go out there and things don't go well, there's lots of wind, someone else is shooting well, it doesn't really worry me. No one's really going to care that much. I mean, it'll be disappointing to me, but to me it's just a long journey, and if you have success on one day, I mean, if another person shoots well tomorrow, they'll beat me. It's more about how I feel, and all I want to focus on is one arrow at a time, and just focus on that one arrow, like this arrow here. I don't know what those last two arrows are, I'm just focusing on this arrow. I just want to focus on the feel of the shot, the pressure on my back shoulder blades, pulling those shoulder blades together, trying to keep the shoulder low. Just the whole shot. Just try and make every shot feel great. And see how I feel at the end of the day, because it's a long shoot. I'm going to be there for most of the day. I've got to have some thoughts about taking a drink or something with me tomorrow, which I haven't really thought about yet, which I should have thought about. But it is what it is. And look, you know, if you go to a tournament and you shoot a 9 and you expect to shoot 10, it's like, it happens. It happened in practice yesterday, it happened in practice the day before. If you go there and you shoot really well, better than you shot in practice, well, it's like, that's good. The worst thing you can do is worry about how you're going to shoot tomorrow, worry about the arrow you're going to shoot, because then you're going to be nervous, you're going to be shaking, you're not going to perform as well as you do in practice. I generally shoot better in a tournament than I do at home because I concentrate more. I'm not distracted by a YouTube video, I'm not distracted by the dog barking, I'm not distracted by the phone ringing. When I have this tablet up, there's people sending me through messages saying, oh, Stephen, can you phone me? Stephen, can you do this? Stephen, can you do that? I don't have that tomorrow. I don't have the distractions. So, but I've been to tournaments and other people there sitting there shaking and they go, I normally shoot really well. And I'm sure they do. I'm sure they shoot really well. But they get there and they just put so much pressure on themselves to perform well. They put so much pressure on themselves, like, especially they put so, like, I haven't put enough work in, so like when I shot Vegas, there's all these people there, they go, I shoot 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day. I'm like, God, if only I could shoot that much. And I can't shoot that much. I don't have that much time in the day. I've got other priorities in my life. I've got other stuff going on. So, but you've got to acknowledge the stuff that you do well. Like I've been working on my body, I've been working on stuff as far as, you know, the reducing pains in my body, been working on my fitness. You just got to acknowledge what you're doing in your life and go, well, I'm happy with what I've done. I'm happy with the work I've put in and where I'm up to. And tomorrow, like, this is the one shoot I shoot. I close the shop tomorrow. My shop's closed tomorrow because I want to shoot this shoot. It's the one shoot I shoot at the club a year. I might shoot the indoor championship at the club. I shoot it every year. That's the shoot I shoot. I like the shoot. I like the whole concept of having your name on the board. I like that shoot, so that's what I do. Now, if I get beaten tomorrow, well, that person shot better than I do, and well done to them. And I mean that with all things, because if they worked harder than me, if they had a better shoot than me, well, that's good for them. But just work on yourself. Like, I can see the difference with the extra 8 ounces on my stabilizers shooting now versus 2 days ago when I had the 8 ounces on. When I had the 8 ounces on, my sight pin did not move out of the 10. Now my sight pin's kind of it's like, I have scored. I've scored both, and I've scored with the 8 ounces and without the 8 ounces, and I actually scored about the same. I shot 15 arrows, which were all 10s without the weights, and I shot 15 arrows with the extra weights, which were all 10s. But the thing I found with the 8 ounces on there was when I had the fatigue set in, because I'm shooting so many arrows, my front arm here just shook, and I was fatigued, and I went, if I'm shooting 120 arrows tomorrow, or 130 arrows, or 140 arrows tomorrow, I don't want fatigue to set in towards the end where my muscles are sore and tired. I just can't have that, and the risks were too high that would occur. So, you know, for the indoors, I'll have more weight on. For the next tournament, I'll have more weight on, and I'm going to build up again to that point. So, anything else? I'm going to stress enough about the equipment. Make sure you've got everything prepared for tomorrow. Make sure you get your meals prepared for tomorrow, water prepared, clothes, hats, whatever you're going to be wearing, whether you need sunscreen, whether you need insect repellent. Now you're probably going to ask, I've got a spare bow. So I'm shooting the Super Focus right now. I've also got a Perform upstairs. And you're going to say, would you take that for a backup in case something goes wrong? If something goes wrong, I'll just pack it up for the day. I haven't replaced my D-loop, which is looking pretty shot. I just haven't got around to it. So I've been more focused on my own personal archery, putting the time in to shooting. And yeah, I should have replaced that D-loop, and I should have, but it's like, just haven't had time. I've just had too much going on lately. But after this tournament's finished, this D-loop is getting replaced. As you can see, it's getting a bit, how's it's going. Anyway, that's it. So that's the plan for tomorrow. So tomorrow, there'll be no carbs for breakfast. There'll be no sugar for breakfast. And we're going to have coffee. No, I'm not going to have any coffee, because coffee can create the shivers in you. So there'll be no coffee. There'll be no Coke tomorrow. So a lot of people use caffeine to wake you up. So I'm hopefully going to get to bed early enough and be refreshed enough that I won't need that for tomorrow. Now if you need to wake up, go for a walk. Do a 5-minute walk. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be fine, but I just don't want to risk anything, because see, most of my training is done at night time where I'm not having coffee. So Now, am I happy with the way I'm shooting right now? The answer is no, I'm not happy with the way I'm shooting right now. I'm going to say, yeah, I am happy. The arrows aren't all in the middle. They're nowhere near as good as I was shooting 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was shooting 299s, 300s. I'm shooting right now between 293s and 296 because I haven't put the work in over the last 2-3 weeks. But I'm hoping come tomorrow, fingers crossed, they'll get down there and I'll shoot okay and I'll focus and I'll put a bit of effort in, and like I don't expect a big score, like a big score, but I'm hoping it'll be enough to beat the shooters that are there. Once again, if you want to shoot the big scores, you've got to put the work in, and I have not put the work in. So don't ever have unrealistic expectations about what you expect tomorrow. Like, do I expect to break a record tomorrow? No, I don't, because I haven't put the work in. If I put the work in and I've been getting results which would suggest I was going to break a record, that's a different thing. I haven't put the work in for the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks before that, yes, I would have been 100% confident because I was shooting really well 3 weeks ago. In the last 3 weeks, I haven't. Like I said, I've had personal stuff going on. I just haven't been able to put the time into the archery. But feeling good, so that's it. Anyway, hope that's been helpful for you. That's what I do. I have the video set up so I don't get bored with the shooting. I need to create an environment, so it encourages me to get out here and shoot. So I've got the beanie, that's why I've got this little shed. Normally I shoot out there where it's a bit closer. Now the distance I'm shooting right now is probably around 23 meters. These are 18 meter target faces, so even though it doesn't look as good as it would be at 18, it's still feedback to me about how I'm shooting. So I still look at it, and there's some arrows down there which I'm hoping are good. I'm hoping there was some arrows down the last end which were good, or some arrows not so good. So hopefully come tomorrow I'll be able to shoot some good arrows and I'll have a good shoot. Anyway, thank you for watching. Enjoy your archery, that's the main thing. For me, understand why you do archery. For me, it's a whole mental thing, it's relaxation, it stops me thinking about the real world. I just sit here and I just enjoy the whole shooting. If it's 30 minutes of shooting, 10 minutes shooting, 15 minutes of shooting, an hour of shooting, it's just switch off, shoot the arrows, do the thing, and I feel better afterwards, and I go and do my normal work. Anyway, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Enjoy your shooting, and the more you shoot, the better you shoot. Thanks for watching. Bye.